not know, my name is Asia. I make videos on business, beauty, and my lifestyle, specifically online businesses and Lash Tech businesses. So today I'm going to be making a video about how you can increase or better your lash retention. So jumping right into the video, I'm going to be looking down at my list, at my lash manual, because I'm going to be getting this information straight from my lash manual that I made for my students. And let's get right into it. Starting with products, the products that you use have a huge effect on your lash retention, especially your lash extensions in general. Your tweezers, your bonder, your primer, and your glue will definitely impact how long your lashes last. So getting into bonder and primer, your primer is what cleans off the extra excess dirts and oils after you do your lash bath, because if you don't know, lash extensions do not last long on dirty natural lashes. So it's very imperative that you give all your clients a lash bath and prime them up real good before you actually start the service to make sure their lashes are nice and clean. Next, as far as your glue, you want to make sure that the glue that you're using is best for you. So everybody takes a different amount of time to lash, so you want to make sure that the glue that you're using it dries in the amount of time it takes you to place that extension correctly. So also you want to make sure that your humidity range inside of your lashing area is compatible with the glue that you're using, because glue has to have a set humidity in order for it to dry correctly. So you want to make sure that your area has that right humidity. You want to make sure that your glue is drying in the amount of time you need it to dry on, because if it's taking too long to dry, they're going to start getting all stuck, and if they're drying too fast, you're not going to be able to place it correctly before it dries, and if it's not placed correctly, it also will not last long. Getting into application, I touched on this a little bit in products. When you're applying lash extensions, you want to make sure that the base of the extension and the natural lash are completely bonded together. It will not last if you apply the lash extension not completely on there and there's like gaps or spaces in between the extension and the natural lash. So you want to make sure that they're completely pressed against each other real good, so that way the hold will stay. Also, during the application process, you want to make sure that you're applying the extension either behind the natural lash. So if this is the natural lash, you want to put it behind it, or you want to attach it to the side of it. That way you can get that best bond between your natural lash and your extension. So next we have our aftercare. I know a lot of you have probably heard that the lash artist does 50% of the work and the client does the other 50. This is because if your client is not taking care of their lashes, they will not last. Like, there's no way around it, they will not last. You might have some clients that have not washed their lashes and they get a little time out of them and they're convinced that they don't need to wash their lashes, and then the next time they come back and they didn't last as long, it's because they are not washing their lashes. So you need to make sure that your clients are definitely washing their lashes. They need to be brushing their lashes every day, and they definitely need to be making sure that when they do wash their lashes, they're using an actual lash shampoo. Also, you want to make sure that they're not picking at them, pulling at them, sleeping on them, and they're trying to keep their face away from like direct heat, like when you're putting on wigs, so like the blow dryer, or if you're cooking, sticking your face in the oven and things like that will really singe the lashes and just make for a bad curl and probably no lash length left. I mean, you want to make sure your client is staying away from heat. Next, we have our glue humidity. I talked about this a little bit before, and that's just making sure that the humidity inside of your lashing area is compatible with the glue that you're using, because if your humidity is off, then your lashes will not stick correctly, or they'll take super long to dry, and 9 times out of 10, they just will not last as long if they don't have the correct environment needed in order to stick correctly. There are 2 factors that I want to talk about, which is oily skin and medication/vitamins. These are some things that are completely out of your control, but they are something that does affect retention. So if your client has oily skin, you definitely want to tell them to make sure that they're definitely washing their lashes every single day. All of your clients should be washing their lashes every day, but they're not going to. So definitely those clients that are wearing makeup all the time, or they have oily skin, you want to make sure they're constantly washing their lashes, because that means they're more prone to having dirty lashes, and if their lashes are dirty, again, the lashes will not last. And medications and vitamins, depending on what it is, there are a lot of different types of medications and vitamins that will mess with your client's retention a little bit. So you just want to let your client know ahead of time that if she's starting any new medications or vitamins, especially vitamins that are for like hair, skin, and nails, things like that, it could affect her retention and she may need to come in sooner for fill-ins. So if she usually comes in every 2 to 3 weeks, she may need to start coming in every 1 to 2 weeks for a fill-in. And that's really something that's out of your control. So you want to make sure that they know that, so that way they're not blaming you when their lashes are not lasting as long. So if this video was useful to you and you feel like I've added a few tips in there that you didn't know about that may be affecting your retention, please go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and come back and see me again, because I drop tips like this about lash businesses and online stores all the time. If there's anything you need help with specifically in your business, please leave a comment or send me a message or an email, and I will definitely make a video on that subject for you and help you out. Thank you again for watching, and please come back and see me again.